All right, let's get ready for the championship match between the San Diego Shockers 2 and the Chicago Mustangs. Here's your lineup for the San Diego Shockers. Number 2, Ryan Carice. Number 17, Evan Myers. Number 13, Eli Galbraith. Number 21, Johnny Topetti. Number 5, Danny Glasslock. Number 12, Nano Perea. Number 3, Sam Polano. Number 19, Rento Sanchez. Number 9, Rafa Aguilar. And here's your starting lineup for the San Diego Shockers 2. Number 18, Andy Laurie. Number 7, Jared Hedgarth. Number 89, Chad Haggerty. Number 16, Tim Learman. Number 23, Mike Mercutio. And number 61, Ramon Torres. Here's your lineup for the Chicago Mustangs. Number 15, Arango Navarre. Number 9, Baroch Patricio. Number 2, Alex Lopez. Number 10, Eric Rodriguez. Number 77, Alexis Camarena. Number 7, Tadio Gonzalez. Number 6, Noe Centeno. Number 26, DJ Albert. Number 48, Jose Resendez. And your starting lineup for the Chicago Mustangs, number 21, Ryan Ibarra. Number 11, Alonso Sandoval. Number 22, Francisco Gonzalez. Number 13, Pierre Ibarra. Number 4, Euphrain Beard. And number 23, Jesus Flores. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem by Cristiana Camacho.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ladies and gentlemen, Please help us give a congratulations to goalkeeper of the year from the Chicago Mustangs, Jesus Flores. And coach of the year, Armando Gambia from the Chicago Mustangs. Presenting the awards, Commissioner of the M2, Kevin Milliken.
I was told there are some announcements. Okay.
All right, welcome soccer fans to Colorado Springs, Colorado, here at the Soccer House. And I'm joined by my partner, Bernie Lelivois. I'm Alex Vogel. We got Championship Sunday between the Chicago Mustangs and the San Diego Sockers 2 Club and the inaugural championship game. We got a trophy, shiny trophy to my left, and it's going to be one heck of a match between both teams. They're both hungry for a championship in their inaugural year. Bernie, what's your take on today's game?
It's going to be a great matchup. You know, you got Chicago Mustangs, top record in the league in the regular season this year. You got San Diego Sockers 2, the developmental team of the San Diego Sockers, a storied history franchise in indoor soccer. It's going to be a great matchup between the two teams. They're familiar with each other. Chicago Mustangs used to be up in the MASL 1 division. They dropped down here to the M2 level this year. So coaching staff, very familiar with each other. Players know each other. Two really good sides. You know, they both kind of play similar. They love possession, spread the field out. Should be a really, really good game.
Yes.
And like you said, you know, it's the M2 inaugural championship here, and we're going to see who's going to win, San Diego or Chicago.
And here we go. There we are, the opening kick to get it going. San Diego on the attack. Already an early whistle and a pushing call.
Yep, early whistle right away. San Diego went right at the goal, right off the kickoff. Chad Haggerty there for San Diego got held, so they called a free kick. Referees are going to call it tight right off the bat. And it's going to be a little bit loud here because we've got a lot of Chicago Mustang fans here. They bang drums, they play horns, they sing the whole game. Great little atmosphere here in Colorado.
Great atmosphere in the Springs today.
Shot by Chad Haggerty right off the bat. Gets smothered by Chicago Mustangs. There's Negro Sandoval that was on the ball. He led the league in regular season in assists. Definitely a key player to be on the lookout for. Right away, we got a blue card.
Oh, boy.
San Diego defender Mike Mercuriali was chipping the ball forward. And the Chicago Mustangs defender, going to see when he turns around, see his number there. Number 22, Francisco Gonzalez, got called for 2 minutes on the trip.
I hope that's not a sign of things to come today, this early whistle here.
Yeah, like, you know, adrenaline is flowing for both teams right away. They came out flying. It's only been 22 seconds, and we already got a penalty. So San Diego Sockers 2 will go on the power play for 2 minutes here. They'll have the man advantage.
Their percentage on the power play is 56% in the regular season. For the penalty kills, 65% for the Chicago Mustangs.
So Mustangs were one of the top teams on penalty kills. San Diego doing decent on the power play 4. And like I said, they both play similar styles. They like spreading the game out. Johnny Tapete, with a shot from the right side, blocked by Chicago. Ball back in play, minute 30 to go on the power play. Mercuriali takes a shot, gets deflected. I believe they're going to have a corner.
The average scores per game for the Chicago Mustangs at 9.5 goals a game. For San Diego Soccer, 7.3 average scores per game in the regular season, that is.
Restart here on the left side. Chad Haggerty plays the ball in, bounces out. Mercuriali with the shot, another block. So San Diego's on their front foot here early in the game. They would love to get a power play goal and start this championship game with a 1-0 lead. Tapete back to Haggerty. Tapete. Into the middle. Jesus Flores, Goalkeeper for the Mustangs collects that.
Got a quick whistle on the ground. I want to thank our partners at Slink Studio for being able to provide this stream live on YouTube at masl.tv, as well as MITRE, the official game ball of the M2 Developmental League, here in Championship Sunday here in the Colorado Springs area.
Yeah, so for all those that are tuning in, this is Championship Day in the MASL. Obviously, this is the M2 Cup inaugural final. This is the Developmental League for the MASL. The MASL Championship, Ron Newman Cup, will be played after this game on masl.tv. That is going to be the host Monterey Flash taking on the Baltimore Blast. Should be a really, really good game. Hopefully everyone tunes in to watch that. But here you're watching the M2 Cup final. This is the Developmental League. A lot of these players trying to get up to that first team. Some of these players have experience on the first team, definitely from Chicago, definitely from San Diego. The coaches, very experienced coaches, Rene Ortiz for San Diego, Armando Gamboa for Chicago. So it's going to be a really good game.
Still 32 seconds left to go on that penalty kill for...
power play for San Diego, penalty kill for Chicago.
Thank you.
Haggerty with the ball. Mercuriali with another shot, back post, no one home. Tepete collects, 15 seconds to go. Haggerty, Chad Haggerty with the shot, well wide. Mustangs Sandoval. I'm sorry, that's Alex Camarena that's down right now. Looks like a Sockers player stepped on the back of his leg. Chicago wanting a foul. No foul was called.
Real quick, we want to thank our friends Slink Studio again for providing the hardware and the software to get this stream to you live on YouTube, masl.tv, as well as our friends at Mighty Cakes doing great things for the kids in the community here in Colorado Springs and the Front Range. Trainers come out, take a look at them. He's really grabbing that right.
Yeah, head coach Armando's out there taking a look at his star player. He was the first team all-selection for MASL2 this year. He's a big part of their offense, big part of this team. Camarena, good to see him get up, bounce up right now. Like I said, the San Diego Sockers player, couldn't see who it was, kind of stepped on the back of his leg. I think it was inadvertent, but obviously Chicago's not too happy about that. So Chicago did kill the penalty, so we're back at even strength, 5v5. So good job on the penalty kill. They were one of the better teams this year in the M2 killing penalties. San Diego's going to have the restart here. 12:38 to go in the first quarter.
Yes, we got early going, 12:30 to go, approaching 12:30 mark, first quarter. Another whistle.
Yeah, Chicago faithful here.
Letting the crowd,
very unhappy, letting the referees know that it's all one-sided on the call so far. But again, they're playing physical. San Diego's on their front foot. They came out flying to start the game. And Chicago's playing a little bit physical with them. Can't match up with that speed right off the bat. So another foul. Restart here for San Diego.
Loud atmosphere here at the soccer house.
That's number 7, Jared Hegart. That's going to be on the ball. Takes the shot high. And Ramon Torres in goal for San Diego Sockers 2, his first touch on the ball. Mustangs haven't had any possession the first 3 minutes of this game. It's been all San Diego.
It has been in that Chicago zone for the first 3 minutes in the first quarter.
But here's Negro Sandoval on the ball. Led the league in the MASL in assists this year. Last night scored some huge goals. Also got on the end of a couple different assists for them. A lot goes through him.
Out in the San Diego zone.
San Diego did well to smother that attack.
San Diego with some impressive defense early on.
Yeah, they're flying forward.
Came off a big 10-1 win over the Colorado Inferno last night in overtime.
Ooh, here's number 7, Tadeo Gonzalez for the Mustangs. Couldn't get a handle. Shoved in the back by San Diego defender Mike Mercuriali.
You guys are talking to each other. They might give a flag there just to settle them down.
Guys are pushing and shoving each other there. Referees are going to have a little word with them saying knock it off, or both of you guys are going to sit in the box, which both guys don't want. So motions, obviously, we knew that coming in. Chicago and San Diego, both teams.
Yeah, they reconciled for about 2 seconds there. I don't.
Absolutely.
Kind of a tongue-in-cheek apology.
They shook hands. Well, referee said enough. Next time, either one of you do something, I'll put you in the box. So Zeus Flores with the ball, knocks it down in there. There's that matchup that we just had again.
They're in the
battling.
corner. We're having a hard time at our vantage point.
Yeah, referee reaching in his pocket, almost going to give a card there. Said, I told you, no more. He just gives a free kick to Tadeo Gonzalez, standing over the ball for Chicago. Chicago keeps possession, knocks it back. 11 minutes to go in the first quarter, 0-0 here at the Soccer House in Colorado Springs for the M2 Cup Final.
Good intensity thus far in the first 4 minutes of action.
Yep, Camarena back on the field, takes a shot right away, and then fouls San Diego.
It's a fast kicks, fast sprinting, good pace, good energy from both squads, early going again.
Absolutely, both teams definitely had adrenaline flowing here for the final. Before in the warm-ups when they got here in the building, you could tell in the eyes of the players and both coaches, you know, wanted to do some interviews and talk to some people. No one wanted any of it.
Attack for San Diego.
That was Ryan Karras on the attempt. Jesus Flores did a great job coming out and winning the ball. San Diego showing some high pressure here.
I'll tell you what, they are on it.
They're flying.
On their horse today.
Yep, they're flying.
They're hungry for this championship. To our left, they will hoist that. The winner of this game will hoist this beautiful trophy. Try to get a shot of it in our stream here.
So Chicago here is going left to right. They're all in the white kits, brand new kits that they had made for these M2 Cup finals. San Diego's in the blue tops, white shorts, and traditional yellow socks that the Sockers brand uses.
Chicago attacking left to right from our vantage points, opposite direction for San Diego.
Yep, Tadeo Gonzalez shot on goal, but there was also a foul while he was shooting. That was Johnny Tapete called for that whistle. And there'll be a restart for the Mustangs just above the top of the arc. So the goalkeeper, Ramon Torres, is setting up his wall, treating it like it's a top-of-the-box restart here. 3 in the wall.
My favorite play here in indoor soccer.
Yeah, and both of these teams are really good at designing these plays. Both Armando and Rene, you know, veterans of the game, veteran coaches. They drop some good plays. Let's see what Chicago has here. Camarena standing over the ball. He decides to go to the left, down low.
Centers it, nobody home.
Back
San Diego,
no one home, yep.
Pearsley might clear it out.
Chicago regains possession, and they're going to try and get in their rhythm here. They spread the field out. They love keeping possession of the ball. They're not an up-and-down track-running team like we just saw in the third-place game with the Colorado Inferno, where San Diego does like to slow the game down as well, but they have a little bit more youth and a little bit more speed that you'll see them fly down the field and counterattack, as we've seen the first 6 minutes of this game. Ephraim Beard with the ball for Chicago. Gets dumped, no foul.
Solid defense by the Sockers, in my opinion, there.
There's Negro Sandoval. Gets double teamed, Sockers win the ball. Bad pass back to the keeper.
A little razzle-dazzle.
But somehow gets loose, and the Sockers are on a 2-on-2 break.
Looking for a crosser, somebody to cut.
Chicago did well to get back on defense there, so number 7, Jared Hegart, did the right thing and kept possession, knocked the ball back.
Kicks it into the zone.
(0-0) here. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. We always say teams like to feel each other out at the very beginning, a little slow pace, trying to identify players, but these two teams, even though they didn't match up in the regular season, as I said, you know, a lot of these players are familiar with each other.
Yes.
So they knew right away. They just went at it. The bell rung and they started going.
How many times have these two teams faced off in the regular season?
Regular season this year, none. They didn't play because obviously Eastern Conference and Western Conference, there was they didn't match up. Obviously the schedule didn't line up. But first time they're meeting this year for the championship. Obviously the Eastern Conference champions, the Mustangs, and the Western Conference champions, Sockers 2.
Halfway point in the first period. Shots on goal, 1 apiece for both squads. Good defensive battle so far.
Yeah, Chicago slows the game down just like this. They use Jesus Flores quite a bit. You'll see him get the ball back here again. A lot of the offense comes through him. He's good with his feet, very experienced goalkeeper.
To the keeper there.
Yeah, tried kicking the ball forward there to the target, Ryan Ibarra. Ramon Torres did well to clean that up for the Sockers. And now they're on the attack. Here's Eli Galbraith with the ball. Negro Sandoval wins it. Keeps possession for the Mustangs.
He is their stud player for the Chicago Mustangs.
Absolutely, all left-footed. If you're San Diego, you want to force him to the right side.
Very deceptive with his approach.
That's what I'm sure Coach Rene Ortiz said. Whenever he's on the ball, force him to the right. Jesus Flores here, keeping
loud and intense here in the soccer house. The drum is coming from the cheering section of the Chicago Mustangs.
Yeah, they came in full force. There's a lot of Chicago Mustangs fans that came. San Diego
got a special
gets a blue card.
And we got some verbiage going on.
Again, keep your heads, guys. You know, it's the final. 6 minutes left in only the first quarter. There's a lot of indoor soccer to be played. There's no reason to get into each other and pick up a misconduct penalty and sit longer. We saw that in the previous game. The leading goal scorer for the Cincinnati Swerve took an additional misconduct penalty and kept him out for the rest of the game, and that hurt his team.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout
here.
Yep,
we got an official's timeout at the official break here. 6:12 to go, 0-0. And when we come back, Mustangs will be on the power play.
Real quick, this is powered by Sling Studio, streaming live on YouTube, the MASL.TV. I'm going to hold it right here and thank our partners with Mighty Kicks, doing great stuff for the kids in the community in Colorado Springs along the Front Range. Marso Miter, the official soccer ball of the M2 Developmental League. Lastly but not least, we're going to have Chicago on the power play here. And their special teams efficiency is 32%. The penalty kill is 40% for the San Diego Sockers.
Yeah, that's not bad. You know, normally if you're killing half the penalties or scoring on half the penalties, you like as a coach and obviously a coaching staff in that 60-70% range, you know, offensively on the power play. So Mustangs shockingly are a little bit lower, down in the 30s.
Okay.
But all that goes out the window. Stats were regular season. You know, this is the championship, the finals. So you basically start 0 for 0
start
again.
Fresh,
you know,
brand
you
new
start
season.
Fresh. Absolutely.
Do or die. Hoist.
So both teams, interesting enough, in that huddle, you know, were really, both coaches very animated, really talking to the players, keeping them really close in a tight huddle. Obviously, both of them, I believe, telling them, you know, don't let the emotions get the best of you early on in this game. There's plenty of time. We need all 15 players to stay out of the penalty box. So that penalty was on the captain, number 23, Mike, defender, Mike Mercuriali for the Sockers 2. Sandoval will be over the ball. Tadeo Gonzalez to his left, restart. Plays the ball off to Gonzalez, tries to go back post. Good little restart. Armando drew up, but San Diego was just as equal to the task defending it. So remember, Mustangs are on the power play right now. 1:51 left on the power play. San Diego has the ball in the defensive zone. And Mustangs are in high pressure here. Obviously, they want to get the ball back so they can be on the power play. San Diego does well to turn. Are they going to go forward? Nope, they're going to keep possession. Chicago wins the ball back and is going to set up their power play offense. Sandoval wants the ball. Camarena, to his right. Gonzalez to his left on the ball. Camarena back to Sandoval. They're not really getting the ball down low. They're kind of going side to side. Good defense by the Sockers here. Camarena, though, unleashes one. Ramon Torres got a piece of that. San Diego tries to clear, and they do.
Good ball control by both teams. There's not very clean, crisp soccer thus far in the first 10 minutes of action.
Yeah, you know, a little nerves maybe, a little adrenaline going. Here's Francisco Gonzalez to Negro Sandoval, left foot, block. Francisco can hit balls there from his right side too. He plays to Camarena. Camarena, Sandoval's wide open, he gets it. A little bit of a missed touch. Good defense by Tepete there. Mustangs trying to do a little bicycle kick. And the foot came up a little bit high over the shoulder of the Sockers defender, so they're going to give a free kick to the Sockers.
32 seconds to go, and the penalty.
32.
Great job in the penalty kill, just about.
Ooh, high pressure from the Mustangs. Win the ball back, 22 seconds to go. And the man advantage. Sandoval, Camarena, Francisco Gonzalez. He can hit balls from there. You got to be careful if you're Sockers. He unleashes.
This is a howitzer. Does not connect.
Great save high by
5
Ramon
seconds.
Torres. Camarena, one-on-one. Good block.
There's
Ryan
a kill.
Karras. Sockers killed the power play.
And he's got a man downfield. Nope.
Now the Sockers have been on. Their penalty unit's been on for 2 minutes.
Need to switch.
You're looking for guys, you know, trying to switch. They got one change. The other two, there we go. We got 2 changes. The other 3 guys are still on. Chicago changed everybody except for Sandoval that's sitting on the ball right now. He plays a lot. We saw that yesterday, right? In the semifinal game.
It's good. Very impressive footwork.
He plays a lot.
He said left footer.
And there he is on his left. Most players and coaches in indoor want you to take a 45 to a minute shift. Sandoval seems to take 4 5-minute shifts, and he doesn't look tired.
No, very endurance player there.
We got 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first frame here. It's still 0-0. Sandoval still on the field. Ephraim Beard, long ball in. That's number 10 for the Mustangs. With the shot.
Good defense again by the Sockers there.
That's Eric Rodriguez. And the Mustangs, you know, Sandoval is their leading assist man. Camarena is their leading goal scorer. But after that, they spread it out evenly between everyone. This is a type of team that you get a lot of goals from all their different players. They don't just rely on one. Whereas San Diego's got big Andrew Leray up top, number 18. He's by far their biggest threat offensively. And he was the leading goal scorer this year for the Sockers.
Sockers with the possession here. Shots on goal still sitting at 1 apiece for both squads.
Yeah, it's a defensive battle right now.
I kind of like it. I like the slower pace.
A little bit different than the games that we've seen so far. Both of these teams play high-scoring games.
If you want to follow on the stats, check the scores at m2soccer.com.
Sam Polano gets whistled for the foul. Check that. They're calling a handball. The referee was pointing the wrong direction, but he was trying to explain that the Chicago player put his arm out. So San Diego Sockers 2 will have a free kick. And there's Leray standing over the ball. We just mentioned him. People here on YouTube are telling us it's his birthday, so we'll give a shout out to Andrew Leray on his birthday. Passes the ball down low. Got a foul on the Sockers. Free kick. A little bit too quick, yeah. A little bit too quick for the referee's liking, so they're going to bring it back.
Ball should sit there for like what, at least 1 full second, correct?
Yeah, well, the ball can't be moving, and it was moving there,
okay.
yeah. So it's got to come to a complete stop. So it wasn't that it was in the wrong spot, but the ball was still rolling.
Gotcha.
So.
1:54, the early goings of the first period. Goose eggs on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we got a defensive battle. They say defense wins championships,
That's exactly
right? That's
right.
the old cliche. But I have a feeling it'll open up. 1 goal, that'll change the dynamics of the game, and both teams will start going. Interesting note, Mike Mercuriality's off the field right now. grabbing his right hamstring. He's the captain and defender for the Sockers. Kind of walking it off and stretching, and a light little limp there, kind of grimacing. So we'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep all the Sockers fans back home updated on him. Here's Luray, the birthday boy. As I say that, he comes off the field on a line change. Sockers change up 3 players. 1 minute, 15 seconds to go in this first frame, 0-0. This is what I said, both teams like to slow the pace down and keep possession of the ball. So it'll be interesting.
There you go, 60
yeah,
seconds.
Yeah, he got hit in the head. Yep, they got to stop the play.
His bell rung a little bit.
Yeah, Tepete was just trying to dump a ball forward. And it looks like Tadeo Gonzalez took it right in the left side of the face.
This broadcast is powered by Sling Studio. Hardware and software is providing the stream on YouTube at masl.tv. Get it out. Say it. Don't spray it, right?
There you go. Yeah, Tadeo Gonzalez has got to go off the field since we stopped play for him. Anytime you get hit in the head, there's the protocol. The trainer's got to go make sure he's okay. No concussions. So they'll check him out, make sure he's okay, which I'm sure he will be. I don't think you're going to get him or any one of these 30 players that are on the roster right now to come off the field. They want to play.
They want that championship trophy there.
Absolutely. They want to be a part of it. So we got 58.5 seconds. Ramon Torres will throw the ball in from his goalie box. I think they're going to be content here to just kind of keep possession. Don't make any mistakes, and that's the one thing you're seeing from both teams. They're playing a little bit more cautious than it was at the very first 2 minutes of the game, 3 minutes of the game, where the Sockers came out flying. Tepete, nice move.
Yeah, it's great ball control, but both teams really.
Ball to Jarrett Haggard, loses control. Flores comes out, open net right now. Number 19 for the Sockers, tries. Haggerty came in trying to get his left foot on it. Jesus Flores was there. No intent.
We're attempting just to milk that clock out.
Chad was letting Jesus know he didn't mean to kick him there in the hands. He was just going for the ball.
Going.
5 seconds.
There's a buzzer. There's no score in the early goings in the first quarter here on the championship Sunday. And quite frankly, it's been a very entertaining defensive battle for both teams. But this broadcast is powered by Sling Studio on YouTube, masl.tv. We're going to take a quick commercial timeout, and we'll be back with you momentarily. I'm Alex Vogel with Bernie Lelivois. Thank you.
Soccer House is Colorado Springs' premier indoor soccer facility. Thousands of players, hundreds of games, one passion. Learn the fundamentals of soccer with Mighty Kicks, ages 2 to 5. Year-round league play for all ages. We also feature lacrosse, dodgeball, flag football, personal training, and more. Hungry? Refuel after your game or watch your team play at the Upper 90 Tavern. Book your next corporate event or party today. Built by players for players. Soccer House, 4845 List Drive, Colorado Springs.
Welcome back, soccer fans. We are at the Soccer House in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm Alex Vogel. Bernie Lilivois will be with me momentarily. I want to thank our friends at Mighty Cakes for doing great things for the kids in the community in Colorado Springs and along the Front Range. We almost forgot to mention MITRE, the official soccer ball of M1 Developmental League.
M2 Developmental League and
M1,
the M1. You can call
M1.
M1. We got an M1. It's
M1,
MASL 1.
This is where these guys want to get to, the M1 level.
Absolutely.
Here we go, off and rolling here in the second quarter action.
Yep, this time it's Chicago going right to left, and they go really quickly off the kickoff.
Talk about a defensive battle. Shots on goal, 2 apiece in that first quarter alone.
Yeah, we had nearly 100 shots in the third place game. We have 2 each in this game, 4.
Quite the contrasting game here.
Big difference.
My preference is a defensive battle at times. I like to see it slowed down. But we got a player on the board here for Chicago.
Yeah, there was a ball that got caught up in between the legs of both players. There's no foul. It was just the safety of the player. The ball was underneath them. So they blew the whistle, and they'll just start with kicking. For those fans tuning in that do see a yellow ball, as we mentioned on the previous broadcast, a little bit different. We've had a white MITRE ball the whole season. We've been waiting for this official game ball, which is our traditional yellow ball. But they put a little spin on it. We got the logo colors in there of the MASL, green and blue. So it's a really nice looking ball. Players love it. This entire tournament, that's what they've been talking about.
Commentators love it too.
Yeah, we love it on this red turf, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's the new ball. And the MASL final, which will take place in Monterrey, Mexico, after this game between Baltimore Blast and Monterrey Flash. I heard through the grapevine, a little birdie told me they're going to have the yellow ball down there as well, so that'll be kind of cool. Mustangs on the attack. Good kick save. Yeah, great kick save by Ramon Torres. That was Francisco Gonzalez on the shot. Mustangs keeping the pressure on. Here's Sandoval, that deadly left foot. Off target. High pressure from the Sockers, wins the ball. Rafa Aguilar heads it back, tries a 1-2, loses possession. Here's Francisco Gonzalez, who we mentioned. He's got a big, strong right foot.
Good explanation for the ref to the player there.
Yeah, referee and
blowing it dead.
He hasn't shown which way it's going. I think it is against Francisco Gonzalez.
Sockers with the ball.
A little dangerous pass there from Ramon Torres. We've got Chicago applying some high pressure. Sandoval wins the ball. Fancy feet. Knocks the ball back, and they keep possession. Here's Tadeo Gonzalez. Left foot. Nice little move. Shot smothered by Eli Galbraith, who gets the ball and is on the break, looking to create something and just dumps it so he can get a line change.
Little action on the exchange here on the line shift.
Yeah, Eli was trying to change and actually bumped into Sandoval and the referee.
Play goes on.
Wasn't too happy. I don't think the referee was trying to block him from getting off the field. It was just kind of
just a lot of hustling down the field and back.
Yeah, too many bodies in one little space. But
yep.
Ramon Torres kicks the ball into the roof here. Superstructure violation, so there'll be a restart for Chicago on the nearest white line. Camarena over the ball. Plays to his right side. Johnny Tepete with the block.
Nice play by the Sockers on the attack down
Jared,
the right
number
sideline.
7. Oh, looking to go to Luray, back post. Good defensive play by Chicago. And now the game's opening up a little bit. Both teams are going up and down. I think this favors the Sockers.
Good trap.
Here's Luray, 3-on-2. Sockers on a 3-on-2. Haggerty to Luray.
Center. Good breakup by Chicago there.
Again, this favors the Sockers. If it's going to be a high tempo, up and down game, Sockers are younger. I believe they'll be able to handle that. The Mustangs are a little bit of an older, experienced team. They need to play their way. We'll see what happens here. Beard with the tackle.
Got a whistle.
Yeah, a little high elbow there from the Sockers player, number 5. Danny Glaslock. Foul awarded. 11:25 to go in the second quarter. We're still scoreless, 0-0. Big contrast to all the games here in the M2 Cup playoffs this weekend. Jesus Flores comes all the way up and joins the attack. Very good with his feet. You'll see him involved. All the keepers in the tournament, really good with their feet. I was very impressed with all the goalkeepers and their composure on the ball.
Sure. Shots on goal, 5-2, advantage of Mustangs, but scoreless on the scoreboard.
Yeah, pretty ironic, huh? With San Diego flying up and down, you would think they'd have more shots on goal, but the Mustangs, again, they got that experience. They're older guys.
Yeah.
Good little unit. Armando Gamboa, great coach. Really harping on these guys for possession. And they really do rely on the man on the ball right now, Sandoval, along with Camarena, number 77. Those are two really good players. Here's Sandoval, goes to his left. Blocked in front by the Sockers. I think Tepete with another block. And here comes the running game of the Sockers. 3-on-3.
Get it into the zone, get a little line switch.
Yep, Chicago did well to block it. There's Chicago's turn to go down the field. Eli with a quick change off the bench, almost stole it. It was almost a replay of what happened when he went off the bench. Yeah. Except there was no referee there this time.
Halfway point at the second quarter here. Still no score, defensive battle, but the cliche is defense wins championship.
There's Sandoval doing a little street ball soccer.
Is that a little taunting
Talking
there?
a little smack with Ryan Karras. Ryan Karras doesn't have any of it. He talks a little smack back. And all he did was kick the ball back to his goalkeeper, so I don't know what Sandoval was doing there, but maybe little head games, right?
Yeah. See it all today on Championship Sunday. Gotta love the action here. Fast-paced, fast feet, and lots of foot frequency, if you will.
Here's Sandoval, egging him on again. They got a little matchup going on, a little one-on-one battle that we're going to watch here. Sandoval and Ryan Karras. They're still jawing at each other off camera. A little one-on-one battle. That's a cool little thing to watch right here.
Yes, it is.
There's Ryan Karras on the ball. Clears it out. Does not go 3 lines. But we had a holding foul on Chicago. Number 13, Pierre Ibarra. And just like pretty much every game we've seen this weekend, and you see it a lot at the MASL level, you shove a guy with 2 hands in the back, and you're asking the referee, or telling the referee, I didn't foul him.
I didn't touch him, sir. Got another whistle out there.
I think we've got a substitution warning on the Sockers. They left early.
Now, is it the entry to the exit to the gate?
Yeah, you can't. You can come off the field on a foul.
Okay.
You can come off the field. You can't come onto the field until the ball gets played.
Okay.
San Diego left a little early. Again, all it is a warning. Obviously, Soccer's coaching staff there not happy with it. Players telling the referees that they did not leave early. But it is a warning. The next time they have an illegal substitution, then it's a blue card. So they just got to be careful on that.
Okay. This broadcast is brought to you by Sling Studio. Streaming live on YouTube to MASL.TV here in the championship inaugural game here in the M2 League, Developmental League. Good action, back and forth. Still no score. Second quarter, 8:49 to go.
Right, so now the Sockers need to remove that player that came on a little bit early. And then he can come back on, which he does. Tough ball there. Eli had a little bit of work to do with it. Goes back to Ramon. Here's some pressure on Chicago. Just out of the stretched leg of Sandoval. If Sandoval got that ball, he had an open net in front of him.
A little risky there. Don't want to get a cheap goal there in a big game where it's hard to get goals.
Right, and that's the bottom line. You know, both coaches, like I said, are very experienced. They're talking to the guys about that.
Fundamentally clean game.
Exactly. Don't make those mental mistakes and give the other team a goal or give them an opportunity. No unforced errors. Pretty even game so far, I'd say. Both teams had opportunities on the power play. Both teams have had possession. Here's Sandoval. Goes to his right this time. Cuts into his left. Gets fouled from behind. And it's a blue card.
No, I don't agree with that one. I thought it was in front of him.
It's a tough one. I think it's the way he fell into the other San Diego player from behind. So general rule of thumb, if you get fouled from behind, it's a foul.
Okay.
Sandoval made a little bit more of a meal out of it by really flinging his body going forward and kind of crashing into the other Sockers player.
Would you call that say the word flop? A little acting job?
That wasn't really a flop. I mean, he made more of a meal out of it than he should have. But,
okay, that's fair.
You know, to San Diego's, you know, watching the reaction from San Diego, they didn't really complain about it. You know, they're kind of saying, okay, so.
If you're not lobbying, you're not trying.
Nope. So restart, dangerous restart here. Just outside the penalty box. Sandoval on the ball. Is he going to hit it? He does.
He gets its way in there.
And he puts it in the back of the net.
Celebrating with this team here in front of the camera. Very excited bunch. We got a replay brought to you by Miter on this kick. Coming to you right now.
Oh, here it is. Left foot, slotted it in.
Getting that left foot's really tricky to play. If you're not used to seeing it a lot.
Yeah, well, the wall's set up on the right side, and Ramon Torres was a little bit behind the wall instead of being on that side. And I think Rene is almost with his hands right now. You can see him making that motion, and he's talking directly to Ramon right now.
Yeah.
You can't set up the wall on the right side. You got to take away the left side because he's a left footer on the ball. So, and there's those little mental mistakes, right? We talked about. You can't give the other team an opportunity. So whether it was a restart or whether it was a penalty or just a regular foul didn't make a difference, because if it was a foul, it would have been in the same spot anyway. So the mental mistake wasn't the foul. Mental mistake was setting up the wall on the wrong side. Sandoval took advantage of it.
Power play goal there on Chicago on the ace. Number 11, Negro.
Yep, Negro Sandoval, good player. And he's back out there again. I don't think I've seen the guy make a line change.
No. It's very entertaining to watch. He's blazing up and down the field.
Unless we don't know. He's got a twin brother over there.
It's just so quick, you don't see him get on and off.
Yeah. He's
well, let's see if San Diego can get back in the game with another goal here.
Yep, San Diego needs to answer just to kind of say, hey, yep, we made a mistake, but we're going to come right back at it right here. Here's Larray, the birthday boy.
Shots on goals, 7-2. Advantage to the Mustangs of Chicago.
7:25 left on the clock here in the first half of the M2 Cup inaugural final. San Diego's down 1-0 to the Chicago Mustangs. San Diego keeping possession of the ball here after the goal. A little bit of pressure by Chicago. Johnny Tapete streaking down that left side. Great ball into him.
He's going to pass off the backboard there.
Tried to, play the ball off to himself. There's Sandoval trying to draw a foul again.
Wide right of the mark.
Tapete just missed wide. Here he has another opportunity.
Can't quite gather the ball in.
High shot by Sam Polano. Here's Sandoval again. Seems to be all over the field. Tries to dribble out. And now I think he's got a little bit of tired legs.
Do a shift change for the Sockers.
Being a good player needs to know that you can't be out there all the time too. I know you want to help your team. I know you're a dangerous player, but hurting your team too if you're out there too long and tired legs, But here he is on the ball again, taking on three Sockers. Tries to draw a foul, no foul, and I think Armando's going to pull him off the bench. Well, she is. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That mental mistakes again. Can't stay out there too long. Because he took a long line change, Camarena comes on for him, and he has a breakaway and shoots wide. That almost worked out for them. Tadeo Gonzalez, another lefty on the Chicago Mustangs roster, keeps possession.
Chicago going to slow it down again, get another shift change out there.
Absolutely. There's Flores. Here the Chicago faithful rallying their team in the background, beating those drums.
Non-stop, all-day action.
That's all I heard after their game yesterday.
Heard it in my nightmares last night.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't hear a thing for the rest of the night except that same boom, boom.
Approaching the 5-minute mark in the first half of action on this championship inaugural game, the M1 level. Chicago 1, San Diego Sockers 0.
Eli into Andrew Leray. Can't hold on to possession. Chicago just dumps the ball and clears it. Here's Eli Galbraith again on the ball. Johnny Tepete trying to take on 2 Chicago Mustang players, loses the ball. Here's Camarena.
Good defense.
Johnny gives him a little nudge in the back, but no foul. Camarena bounced right back up and is chasing back on defense.
That's what I like to see in soccer players. You get down, you don't lobby for a penalty, you keep playing.
Yeah, keep playing. Get on with it.
Clean call.
Andrew Leray posting up, one-on-one. Tries to play the ball forward and loses possession. The number 5 for the Sockers does well, Danny Glaslock, to win possession back. Under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. 1-0 Chicago in the lead. Big time defensive battle going on here. Here's Leray, the leading goal scorer for the Sockers 2. Loses possession. Oh, mental mistake by the defender for Chicago. Defensive clearance, had no pressure on him. Cleared the ball into the Sockers bench, so the Sockers have a dangerous restart. Top of the arc. This is one of your favorite parts of indoor soccer you mentioned to me.
Like to see
Let's
how
see
the
what kind of
formation and the way the players cut here across the goal here.
I've seen the Sockers quite a bit. I think they're going to go down to the left corner to Leray. Let's see what Chad does. Calls a timeout.
Good play, little strategy there.
Yep.
Think about it. Get
Yep.
a good play you're really good at. Drawing up.
Renee was saying on the bench to call it timeout. So with 3:33 to go, got a little break in the action.
Powered by Sling Studio, the software and hardware. Then we get this streamed live for you on YouTube at masl.tv. Thanks to everybody tuning in. Share with your friends and family, as well as MITRE, the official soccer ball of M2 Soccer Developmental League. We're going to take a quick break, catch our breaths here from this defensive battle. 1-0, Chicago up in the championship game.
You know what our theme is today? Can anybody guess? Pirates. Yes, we're going to get to be pirates today.
We were young and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling.
Coming up on our 10-year anniversary with Mighty Kicks, I couldn't be more proud of the impact we've made in the communities all across the U.S. It's really a remarkable program, and it's so well received because not only the age-appropriate curriculum.
All right. We're back in live here at Colorado Springs at the Soccer House. The red field, yellow ball provided by MITRE. 3:33 to go. San Diego setting up their restart.
Yeah, let's see what Renee drew up. Went short to Tepete, blocked. Not what they wanted. Renee shaking his head just a little bit, so maybe that wasn't the play they drew up, but nonetheless, great job by Chicago to defend that.
Shot
Haggerty
on goal.
with a shot.
Wide left.
Ball still in the box.
Ooh, wide open
Haggerty,
shot high.
Point blank over the top. Here comes Chicago on a 2-on-1. You got Sandoval trailing the play.
You got shots on goal. First shots on goal in a long time for San Diego. San Diego walking up, looking for an open man. Shift change.
Sockers, yep, back in possession with the ball. Both teams love possession, as I mentioned before. Slowing the tempo down. 2:30 to go in the first half. And because both teams slow the ball down and a lot of possession, the time kind of chips away. You know,
Yeah,
these other games, they seem to drag on because there's a lot of goals and a lot of fouls and penalties. Here, relatively quiet. A few little fouls and a couple penalties for each team, but nothing like what we've seen over the past 2 days here. Sandoval dangerous in his zone.
Oh, turnover in the zone.
Yep. Soccer's player, I believe that was Rafa Aguilar. An attempt on goal.
There's a whistle. 1:52 to go in the first half. 1-0, Chicago up.
Yeah, Rafa Aguilar's down over there in that corner. It's kind of hard to see on camera. But he went in, fouls on him. He went in hard for the tackle. He got hurt in the process. Trainer comes out, take a look at him.
Special thanks to Mighty Kicks, doing great stuff for the kids in the community here in Colorado Springs, as well in the Front Range here in Colorado. Be sure to check out the stats on m2soccer.com to follow along with me, the shots on goal, the scoring, and assist from both teams here in this big championship game.
Yeah, it looks like Rafa maybe turned his ankle. Trainer's kind of looking at his ankle, rolling it around. So he went in, he went in for that tackle, kind of rolled his ankle a little bit.
Okay.
He's up on his feet, though.
Walk it off a little bit.
I think he's more upset they called the foul on him than his ankle being hurt.
Yeah. Now that foul is just a result in a turnover, right? No card or nothing.
Yeah, there was no card. It was a foul.
Okay.
Kind of went in for the tackle, and he's discussing it right now with Pierre Ibarra from Chicago that he fouled, saying he wasn't trying to hurt him. It just kind of slipped. So Chicago will put the ball in play right here.
There's that drum again. Playing the Mustangs beats. Waiting for the whistle to get in motion here.
Yeah, they're just making sure 5 players on the field for each team. They're a little bit late coming out. Having some extended conversations with the third official, both coaches. I don't understand why. Let's go. Let's get the game going. Referee listened, said okay, and we're back underway here. 1:49 left in the first half. 1-0 Chicago. Dangerous ball back to Ramon. Mustangs showing some pressure here. And they win the ball at midfield. Sandoval gets the ball back.
Here we go.
He's going one-on-one. Remember, he's left-footed. He wants to cut to that left. Good job by the defender there. Sam Polano to force him to his right.
That's right. It really draws a double team there by defenders.
San Diego wins the ball back in their defensive end. Sorry, that's Eli. Soccer's trying to play out of their end. Sam Polano at midfield turns. Has a streaking Eli down the left side. He gets to it. Puts the ball in the middle.
Ooh, opportunity there for San Diego, could not capitalize.
Yeah, 2 Soccer's players were in the box, but the angle the ball took off the wall went right in between them, and Chicago was able to come out with the ball. Last 40 seconds of this first half. Little Tadeo Gonzalez. Bumps with Ryan Karras, no foul, play on. Sandoval telling everyone to clear out. I want to take him one-on-one.
Do some isolation.
He does. Dances fancy footwork, goes nowhere. Dancing on the Colorado sign.
Tell you what, it's fun to watch him play.
But as a coach, you know, again, You don't need to dance around the ball at midfield there. You lose that ball, the ball's going the other direction.
Very
so
true.
Do that in your offensive end, not at midfield. But it worked out for him. End of the half, 1-0 lead for Chicago. San Diego player number, who is that? They're going head to head right now.
Blow the whistle, ref, and
let's
clear
see
him
what's
off.
going on there.
We're going to hold it here momentarily. We've got 15-minute intermission here at halftime.
That's Evan Myers for San Diego. And number 4, Efren. No, that was an Efren Beard.
And the players are cleared, going to the halftime.
Either way, yep, referees settled it down, and both teams are heading to the locker rooms for the half. We got a 1-0 lead for Chicago Mustangs, 15-minute break. I'll be back for the second half with you, okay?
Sounds great, Bernie. This broadcast is powered by Sling Studio, the software and hardware, streaming it live here on YouTube at masl.tv. Special thanks to the MITRE, the official soccer ball of today's tournament, as well as the M1 and M2 Developmental League. Back momentarily, I'm Alex Vogel along for Bernie. We're going to take a little break. Here's some commercial breaks as we wait. Hey, welcome back to Colorado Springs, Colorado, in the soccer house, the lovely confines of the Colorado Inferno. We're at Championship Sunday. I'm Alex Vogel, along with Bernie Lillevois saved me on that one. Got a 1-0.
You've only been saying it for what? How many games have we done this weekend?
Almost a dozen.
Almost a dozen.
Not quite there.
Not quite.
But anyway, we got a great second half matched up on the way here. I can't wait. I'm hanging on the edge of my seat, so I got to be standing up for this action. San Diego's about to kick it off. What are you expecting here real quickly before we get it kicked off?
You know, it's been a defensive battle for sure. You know, both teams, that's their MO. They like keeping possession of the ball. It's been low shots on goal, low scoring, but that plays in the hands of both teams, really. So I think the pace will pick up a little bit. You know, San Diego's the younger, quicker team, in my opinion. I think they want to actually get into a running game with Chicago. I don't think Chicago will be able to keep up. And remember, we're in elevation here, so both teams aren't used to this, Chicago nor the Sockers. So I think the advantage would go Sockers that way. But here we go, second half, 1-0, Chicago in the lead. Expect to find some heroes here. Here's Angela Ray with the ball right off the bat. Takes a shot, smothered by Chicago defense.
Chicago tried to clear it out, gets pinched in by the ref there.
Yeah, San Diego battling right away. Good sportsmanship. Both guys helped each other up. High five, saying no harm, no foul. Here's Evan Myers.
Shot on goal.
That was a little unhappy when the first half ended. Here he is again taking a shot.
Right, wide of the mark, wide right. Shots on goal for the second period. 7-3, advantage the Mustangs of Chicago on this one.
So here's San Diego. They're trying to, you know, push the pace a little bit. Looking forward to dump balls in. They've got big Andrew Lorey as their target player right now. They go, a lot of their offense goes through him. Here they go. Got Johnny Tapete on the right. Big right foot.
Ooh. There's somebody there to
just
knock it in.
Wide.
Did a good job crossing it, but there's nobody there to tap it in.
San Diego keeps the pressure on. Like I said, they're pushing the pace here. Here's Tapete again. Decides to pass the ball this time.
1-0 game. Alonzo Sandoval for the Mustangs gets the one and only goal on a power play opportunity.
Big challenge out there at midfield. No foul. Referee said play on.
Swallow the whistle in championship games.
Yeah, that was number 10, Eric Rodriguez. Kind of fell hard on the ball, but he bounced right back up.
I've been watching that guy the previous game and this game. He just plays really hard. I like his intensity.
Yeah, he's a big, strong target forward for Chicago.
Hard worker.
Hard worker.
San Diego trying to muster up some sort of goal here.
So you see, San Diego keeps running at them.
Great save by the keeper
Instead of
there.
keeping possession and going side to side like they did in the first half, they're almost, you know, exactly going vertical right now, going straight to goal. Chicago having a little bit of problems with them. San Diego won the ball, and right away they're trying to go forward again.
More marginal hold there, I noticed.
There was. Referee said, you know, play on. He had his hands up saying, you know, there's the advantage since Chicago kept possession of the ball. Hard tackle by Sam Polano on Camarena. Chicago keeps possession.
This broadcast is brought to you by Sling Studio, the hardware and software able to stream live on YouTube, masla.tv.
Wow, Tadeo Gonzalez put a ball in the box, and the ball came awkwardly off the boards. Rodriguez, who we just talked about, slipped on the play and couldn't get a ball. Here's San Diego again. They're running at Chicago.
Chicago's getting a good job getting tips and toes on those balls there on the attacking San Diego team.
Absolutely, but they're definitely putting the pressure on Chicago right now. Angela Ray spinning, turning. Can't do much with it. Has to knock the ball back. San Diego goes all the way back to their keeper, Ramon Torres. 4 minutes gone here in the third quarter.
Overheard a conversation in the halftime that San Diego desperately needs to get one home. So,
oh, definitely, they're pushing forward. They want to get there. They want to get that goal early and tie this up. Here's Chicago. Could be a 2-on-1. Nice little chip.
Like it.
A little bit too far. San San Diego gains possession again, and here you go. You see they're picking the pace up.
Pushing the pace,
For
absolutely.
sure, Renee had a conversation and said, let's go at them.
Set the tempo.
Bad ball backwards. Andrew Leray, giveaway.
Wow.
Number 15 for Chicago Mustangs. That's Niver Aranjo. Capitalizes on the second mistake that the Sockers have made today. The first goal was the wall, was in the wrong. Here's the replay.
A replay provided by Miter.
Caught the tail end of it. But the first mistake earlier in that first half, where the wall was set up on the wrong side of the wall, Sandoval bent it in with his left foot, had an open net to shoot out. And here, Andrew Leray was passing the ball back. No Sockers defenders were back there. Naranjo just had a breakaway one-on-one and finished the opportunity. 2-0, Chicago Mustangs.
Just like that. Yes, you're absolutely right. 2-0. That was a quick score on a miscue by the Sockers.
They need one back quickly now. Here's Johnny Tepete. And there's Sandoval again with a block.
Good kicks on there, but they can't get it in there.
Yeah, another shot by Ryan Karras, but missed the mark wide. And then frustration starts building too when you're an offensive player and you're taking so many shots on goal and they're just near misses. And then you make two mental mistakes. The other team scores on both of those opportunities. You start getting frustrated.
I'm sure.
But the Sockers need to keep their heads. Renee's probably, telling them, hey, it is what it is. 2 mistakes. Those are the 2 goals that we gave up. Clean up the mistakes.
Sure.
Keep playing the way that we're playing. Keep pushing the pace. Eventually, we'll get a goal.
Crackling. Still just under 25 minutes to go in the game.
Absolutely. There's only 9:45 left in this quarter. And then a full 15 minutes in the fourth. So all you need is 1. You cut the lead in half and you're back into it. Sandoval showboating once again, back in his defensive end, smiling. I'm sure the Sockers players are not too happy with that. That builds with the frustration. Trip from behind.
Yeah, I looked like behind there.
Free kick for the Sockers in the right corner.
Let's see here.
Chicago faithful still going strong with those drums.
Miter ball set in the corner there in the bright yellow. Can't miss it in the red contrast background of the field here. Here we go. Nice rock. Oh. A second chance opportunity. Can't get it in.
Another opportunity, a third opportunity for Johnny, and he put it up high. So good restart. Johnny hit a bomb. Flores did well with the save. Came back to him. He took a second shot, got blocked.
Sir.
The third one was his left foot. Hit it up in the air over the goal.
See the frustration on their face. Just missed it. Would hit it lower, you would have got one right back.
Keep plugging away though. Keep going. One of them will eventually go in. So Chicago here trying to build on that 2-0 lead. Would want nothing more than a third goal here. Keeping possession in the Sockers half. Sockers applying a little bit more pressure.
Shots on goal, 7-5. Advantage Mustangs.
Yeah, he put his foot on the ball. The Sockers are arguing and getting in his face. But here's the problem with what just happened.
Elaborate, please.
The defender, Evan Myers, need the ball back to Ramon. If Ramon picked it up cleanly, there'd be no issue there. But Ramon stepped on the ball, then picked it up with his hand.
Oh.
They're gonna talk about it. My understanding of the rule, if he clearly just picked it up with his hands, he'd be okay. He needed it back. But since he put his foot on the ball first, I believe he can't pick it up again.
Okay.
But they're discussing it, and apparently I'm wrong.
Chicago fans are not happy about that.
Chicago players aren't happy right now. They're trying to explain it. We'll have to look that up. I'll look that up here when we get a little bit of a break. Referees are saying that he hit it with his knee back to the goalkeeper, which is allowed, and goalkeeper can catch the ball.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he puts his foot on the ball first, if that eliminates that, but either way, referees ruled that it was a legal pass back, and they gave the ball back to San Diego, and we're back on. And not too much argument from Armando, the head coach of Chicago. So
he's got a comfy lead, 2-zip at the moment.
I like to say I'm never wrong, especially when I was coaching and talking with officials about rules, but maybe I got that wrong. I will check it, and we shall see.
.8:15 to go in a third quarter of action. Again, 2-0. Chicago Mustangs with an advantage.
Yeah, a little high pressure. Won the ball back.
Seems like the momentum belongs to the Chicago here.
Oh, their fans are really rallying behind them. So loud over to our left, so do apologize if there's a lot of noise in the background on the feed, but
it's part of the atmosphere.
Someone can go tell them to take the drums away, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm not going to be the one to tell them.
Me neither. Two players fighting for the ball. That's Johnny Tepete once again. I believe they gave the foul to Ephraim Beard. San Diego ball.
We're at the halfway point, just about in the third quarter of play here in the championship Sunday. And Sockers with the ball, trying to get something going here. They need to get something on the board here.
They're pushing. There's Sam Polano trying to draw a foul. Referee says play on.
Play on right in front of the ref.
San Diego with the high pressure wins the ball back again. And then a late tackle by Andrew Leray on Sandoval. No blue card, just a foul. Our producers here are saying that people are saying the live stat feed on M2 Soccer is not working.
Okay.
I believe it's delayed right now. So it is working, it's just delayed. I see the scorekeeper entering stats and doing stuff, but I believe it's just a little bit delayed. It is working fresh on our end, so recheck that, whoever's asking. M2soccer.com should be updated. Here's Chicago. Great opportunity, good defensive play by the Sockers to clear it. And they're saying San Diego Sockers are asking that there still says 1-0. The score is 2-0 on our end, and a few other people have been commenting that the live stat feed is working for them, so maybe refresh that. Here's Chicago, Tadeo Gonzalez. Point blank opportunity. It was a 3-on-1. He decided to take the shot instead and missed wide. San Diego's going the other direction.
Great ball handling execution here by the Sockers.
Just under 6 minutes to go, 5:55 left on the clock. 2-0 Chicago in the lead here in the M2 Cup final over San Diego Soccer's 2. San Diego pushing forward but just can't muster a goal. Here they are again, 3-on-1. Chad Haggerty, Rafael Aguilar cleared off the goal line by Ephraim Beard from Chicago.
San Diego trying to do anything, scratching and clawing to get a goal on the board.
Yeah, defensive team, both teams just clawing on the defensive end. Giveaway again, Camarena saved the day by Ramon Torres. He gave a bad ball over to Eli. He could have had a bad touch.
Yeah,
Camarena had a breakaway, but then Ramon cleared it up. Referees are trying to settle these two players down, Camarena and Jared Haggart. Referee says, please come over here. I would like to have a word with the two of you. I'm reading his lips. See if the players shake hands. They do. I think referees have done really well this championship game, huh?
I think they have. I mean, it's tough. A lot of emotions. The fans are so close in their ears. You gotta really have thick skin if you're a ref.
Here's Chad Haggerty to Leray. Misses on the attempt. You don't see that happen with him too often.
Close but no cigar.
Here's Chicago now with a 2-on-1. The goal scorer from last time. Again, with the goal, number 15, Aranjo does the work down the left side of the field, gives a give and go.
Great play. Got a replay provided by Miter here. Take a look here for those following on the live feed on YouTube.
You'll see him do the give and go, ball off the wall, Wallace-Scora
knocks it home.
And that assist is given to number 21, Ryan Ibarra, I believe. Not known for his offense, Ryan Ibarra listed on this game sheet as a forward. Interesting enough, last game he was listed as a defender, so Armando kind of changing things up with the lineup card.
Little strategy. We got a timeout.
Timeout, Mustangs up 3-0, 4:39 to go here in the third quarter. Sockers need to regroup.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, back momentarily here on MASL.TV.
To know what our theme is today. Can anybody guess? Pirates. Yes, you're gonna get to be pirates today. We're gonna
We
go
were
on a
young
trip.
and we were free and running, never bothered about what could be coming. Every day we danced and life was smiling.
Coming up on our 10-year anniversary with Mighty Kicks, I couldn't be more proud of the impact we've made in the communities all across the U.S. It's really a remarkable program, and it's so well received because not only the age-appropriate curriculum that really helps the kids with coordination, confidence, and character development, but to also see the life skills and to see the impact and see the passion that these coaches have.
And we're back in the soccer house in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I'm Alex Vogel, along with Bernie
Lillevoix.
There
we go.
Shockers kick it into the Chicago zone. Keeper holds on to it, tosses it in down the right sideline, or near sideline. Chicago going left to right.
Chicago on the attack right away again. Keeping possession now. 4 minutes, 20 seconds, ticking down on the clock. Chicago's going to get in their spread offense here pretty soon, what they've been doing game after game. There's Rodriguez, number 10 with the ball. Cuts it back, number 7. Great block, Eli Galbraith. Could be a big difference in the game. That could be 4-0. The Sockers come back in this game. Look at that play right there. 2 blocks in a row by Eli on a wide open Tadeo Gonzalez on his left foot, his favorite foot.
Rolls it out to his right side there.
Sockers trying to play out of their back. Mustangs putting on the pressure.
3:43 to go. 3-0. Chicago Mustangs banging their drum their way to a championship potentially.
Cool. Glad to hear, San Diego Sockers, that your live stat feed is working now. Chicago just clears the ball. 3 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this third period. Ryan Karras on the ball for the Sockers. They're getting a couple line changes, so he's waiting on the ball. Gives it to Chad Haggerty. Haggerty trying to go one-on-one against Sandoval. Sandoval gets the better of that matchup. On his left foot. Dancing with the ball. This is where you distribute, and he does. Foul, San Diego.
A lot of jawing going on. Referee stops it.
Yeah, they're giving a bench warning to Armando. He wasn't happy with that. He felt that that was a late tackle, late challenge by San Diego. Wanted a blue card. But the way the fouls have been called all game here by this officiating crew, can't really complain too much. I mean, they've been doing their been doing a good job I don't think that was 2 minutes. It was a foul. Good foul at midfield.
I think it was a clean play there. I mean, it wasn't clean, but it was a good foul, like you said, to stop it.
Well, it stopped the momentum. Yeah, Chicago had a 3-on-2. I think that's what Marmondo was more concerned about, saying it stopped the counterattack. So he wanted a blue card. But either way, we're still playing. 2:45 to go. Mustangs with a 3-goal lead here in the M2 Cup final. Camarena on the ball, going against Ryan Karras. Camarena taking on 2 players. San Diego comes out with the ball. Tupete on the break.
Stolen from behind by Chicago.
Here comes Negro Sandoval. He wants to go to his left. He does. Pass.
Finds an open
shot.
guy.
That was Francisco Rodriguez high on the shot.
Kind of a quiet game, but he is a hustler.
Calling the first initial foul on Chicago. Free kick San Diego. 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go in the third.
Special thanks to Miter and the bright ball. Official ball of the league, M1 and M2, here at In-Arena Soccer.
Evan Myers going down the side. Thought there was going to be a big collision. 2 players scraping for the ball again. Elbows are starting to get a little high right now. There's a chop at midfield and an unnecessary blue card.
I don't know.
Rene has his hands in his head. That's the frustration again. You know, Chicago was just asking for a blue card on a similar tackle earlier.
Yeah.
San Diego has to see that.
Well,
now, number 5 there.
He gets a card and go to the penalty box.
Yeah,
I saw that play deliberately. He stuck his foot in there, but he got out of the way to avoid the penalty.
Yeah, no, he got him. That's right in midfield. You know, no complaints over there from the San Diego bench. They knew that it was, so they got away with one earlier, and this time
power play opportunity.
So the job gets tougher for him. 1:52 going. Ticking down here in the third quarter. Mustangs are now on the power play for the next 2 minutes. They already have a 3-goal lead, trying to add to that. Sockers definitely need a stop.
I think Negro, he could look one way and totally pass it the other. No look pass. Very skillful.
Ball down low. Francisco Rodriguez to Gonzalez. Big shot blocked by the Sockers. Mustangs keep the ball. They're going across the field. Tadeo Gonzalez.
Chicago knocking on the door, looking for another goal.
Yeah, Sandoval is trying to find that back post player. Here comes a
2-on-1.
2-on-1.
Quiet.
There's one of those tactical fouls there.
Possession to San Diego.
We're going to see what's going on here.
Drum settles down, waiting for a call.
Blue card on Chicago.
The bench, correct?
I'm not sure why they got the blue card, but Chicago just got a blue card. They're discussing with the third official. I believe that was the 4th foul.
Okay. 4 fouls warrants
of the quarter, of the half for that particular player.
I see.
I believe that's what they are going to discuss. The Mustangs are saying no, it's only 3. The assistant coach is telling all the Mustang players, stay away, calm down. See what they come up with here. There's 1:05 left to go in the third quarter. And 1:13 left on the original penalty to San Diego.
Correct.
See what happens here. If they're going to change the call or they're counting all the fouls on everybody.
They got power play the last minute into the third and into the fourth here.
Yep, so it stands. It looks like, again, we don't have communication with the scorekeeper across the field. But from the indication that he put 4 fingers up, I think that was the 4th foul of the half on that particular player, which is a blue card. So we're going to go 4-on-4 here for 1 minute and 10 seconds, so the remainder of the third quarter. So that definitely helped San Diego kill that power play.
Now, can they answer the bell and get something on the board here?
Jesus Flores is out of his net. Chad Haggerty trying desperately to put the ball in the middle. He can't. Chicago clears it. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. Sam Polano on the ball to Eli Galbraith. Off the boards.
Frustration kick there by the Sockers.
I mean, they're trying, just the ball's not bouncing their way in that box.
That miter ball's got some English on it.
Another opportunity. Good block by Camarena.
Can't get a straight kick on it. And when they do, it's too hard like that, and that's going to bleed out the end of the quarter.
Yep, we got 0.6 seconds to go.
Loud atmosphere from the drum of
Jesus Flores basically just has to hand the ball back to the referee, and that should be the end of the quarter. He decides to throw. No, he's going to put it down.
That's all you got to do, buddy.
So after 3,
switch
Chicago
sides.
Mustangs got the 3-0 lead. Get ready for this fourth quarter.
We're going to pull out all kinds of tricks here coming into the fourth quarter for San Diego, wouldn't you say? I mean,
yeah, well, Renee's trying to get the guys together right now, and
they got to pull out all the tricks. This is the championship game. They lay it all on the line. You know, either go home with something or empty-handed. But we're going to take a quick break, catch our breaths here. Be ready to give you this fourth quarter action coming up right here on Sling Studio on MASL.TV. All right, there's the drum. Momentarily, the whistle will be going on here at the Soccer House in Colorado Springs. I'm Alex Vogel, along with my friend Bernie Leboitois.
Here we go, fourth quarter. Chicago with the ball. Penalty is going to expire right now for San Diego, so they will be on the power play for 45 seconds. But before that, Camarena takes a shot. Sockers get the ball, and now they are on the power play for 37 seconds. And Sockers are going to the 6th attacker right off the bat. So you're talking about pulling out bag of tricks. They put Chad Haggerty in a red jersey, so you may not be able to see him since we got red turf. But they're going to the 6th attacker, so this is a super power play right now, so they have a 2-man advantage for the next 10 seconds. But here comes Sandoval, one-on-one. Wants to go to his left. Keeps possession.
What's new? Let's go to his left.
They killed the power play. So now we're back to even strength. Now remember, San Diego Sockers have the 6th attacker in goal. It's not their normal goalkeeper. And there you go.
Whoa.
He kind of just missed the ball. Did well, though, to punch it away. Chicago Smelling blood in the water here,
Yeah.
trying to get that fourth one. They're really trying to attack and take a shot on the sixth attacker.
How often do shutouts happen in Arena League?
It happens, but very rarely,
Very rare.
especially in, you know, I would say smaller building. This one's 185 by 80, so it's not too much smaller than the MASL 1 arenas, which those are typically 200 by 85, so about 15 feet shorter.
Interesting.
But here you go. There's an opportunity for San Diego.
No call.
They're saying play on right now.
Play
Yep,
on.
San Diego's not really complaining too much. I mean, both times they got the ball there, so.
Officials swallowing the whistle there.
And they swapped out the sixth attacker back for their normal goalkeeper, Ramon Torres, back in the net to the left side. 12:57 to go in this game. Camarena, very skillful, juggling the ball around two players, keeping possession.
Good, he's fun to watch. Communicates where he wants the ball placed for him.
Here's
There we go.
Tadeo
2-on-1
Gonzalez,
opportunity.
stepped on the ball, still has control.
Right at the goalie.
Good save by the goalkeeper.
Good save.
Yeah, he kind of stepped on the ball and it moved to the side. He didn't get a clean touch on it.
Well, it's okay. You want to stop the spin on it to control it a little easier, maybe too. You know.
Yeah, he did everything right. Just that one extra touch, he kind of stepped on the ball instead of taking a clean touch. So
I see.
12:10 to go. Soccer's attacking. Angela Ray can't get a hold of it on it. It's the assist man for the last goal for Chicago with the ball, and they just dump it. They're kind of bleeding the clock a little bit. You know, 3 minutes ticked off already.
12 minutes to go in the championship game here. M1.
There's Angela Ray, gets double team, triple team, 5 Chicago players around him. Lays the ball off, and Chad puts the ball out of play. Restart for Chicago.
Toss from the keeper there. Near sidelines.
Chicago keeping possession. So remember, fans, this is the M2 finals. After this, on a new feed on MASL TV, it's going to be the Ron Newman Cup finals. MASL championships between the Monterey Flash, who are going to be hosting the game, versus the Baltimore Blast. Should tune into that one. That one's going to be a great, great final. And for those wondering, they have 2 different broadcasts. They'll have one in English and one in Spanish.
Very cool.
Looks like we got a restart here to the left side for San Diego. A little pushing foul on Chicago. Shot. Jesus Flores point blank catches that. Chicago in the other end, trying to draw a foul. Referee says play on. Here come the Sockers. They got a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Chicago getting back on defense. 4 guys behind the ball there.
Shots on goal, 13-9. Chicago Mustangs. Very few scoring opportunities in this defensive game.
Coming on the 10-minute mark, a third of the way through this last quarter, so Sockers need to get one here pretty quickly to get a little bit closer and feel that they have a good chance at this. They're putting the pressure. Oh, chip in the box, a little deflection by the defender.
Using his head there.
Yep. San Diego wins the ball back.
Gonna reset, do a line shift. Get a play set here. Like I said, they got to put everything, got to throw everything they can at Chicago to get something on the board.
Yep. About 9.5 to go, so you're looking at getting a goal every 3 minutes now. So
pretty much in desperation
you're
mode.
going to start thinking about sixth attacker again, maybe in a few more minutes, just to put the pressure on and stay in that offensive zone. San Diego controlling possession, but the possession is here at midfield. Chicago's letting them have it, kind of letting that clock bleed right now. Solid defense by Chicago, and they draw the foul.
Just over 9 minutes to go. Got a blow on the whistle here. Chicago in the near sideline.
Chicago, oh, giveaway. There's a mental mistake there, but luckily it was headed back to Jesus Flores.
Got in that passing lane there. Really looks like Chicago. It's going to spread them out and play pass.
Comes Angela Ray for the Sockers, their leading goal scorer. Takes a big left foot shot just wide of the mark. Ball stays in play.
Nice
More
clean kick.
importantly, the clock keeps ticking. We're at 8:20 to go in this one. Sockers really, really trying to push hard. Could have been too many men.
I think so.
And it is.
Kind of an unlucky pass there.
That was
bad timing.
It was bad timing. Literally, the ball was passed directly to the door opening for the Sockers.
As they were switching.
As they were switching, the player stepped on while the other player was facing backwards and still on the field. No argument from Renee.
Oh,
the players are unhappy.
Yeah,
but
a lot of frustration.
Well, Renee now starting to talk a little bit to the referee.
Not sure how often they experience a scoreless.
That's kind of a tough one. That was just unlucky, to be honest. I mean, the ball literally was played, and it went directly to the open door. Where were they having a change?
So what can you do, you know?
And the player was coming off, still on the field, and the player jumped on and touched the ball. So,
do the players have the option to jump over the wall, or do they have to use a door?
If there's two doors, they have to go through the doors, correct.
Okay.
So we're at 8-minute mark. Chicago back on the power play here. Already nursing a 3-0 lead. Content right now to just keep possession. Now they go forward. Back post.
There it is.
And it dribbles in. Tadeo Gonzalez with the goal for the Chicago Mustangs. Power play goal. He mishit the ball, actually, hit the wall, hit the defender, and went in. You'll see the replay here.
Replay provided by MITRE, the official soccer ball, the M2 championship and M1 league.
You'll see him right here, kind of mishit it, hits the wall, hits the defender, and trickles into the net.
And just like that, it's a 4-0 game. Chicago Mustangs can taste that championship. 7:45 to go in the game. Defensive battle through the whole game. And you got to think in the huddle again for San Diego. Do this, do that, relentless attack.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, now I think you definitely have to go 6 attacker. I don't see the 6 attacker jersey out yet for them. But now, you know, you almost have to. First of all, you want to just get a goal. Break that.
Yeah, just get on the scoreboard. Like
yeah, you know, break the goose egg right now. They've tried a lot. They've had a lot of quality shots. Unfortunately, just off target. Angela Ray had a couple chances that, you know, not like him, kind of went under his foot or he mishit it there close by. So I think Johnny Tapete had a couple great chances. Obviously, Jesus Flores for Chicago made some big saves. So they've been trying, they've been pushing. It's just one of those that's unlucky as far as the ball not
knocking at the
going
door,
in.
but no one's home.
Right, so they are going to 6 attacker.
There we go.
Chad Haggerty did put the jersey on again. 7:42 to go.
14-9, the advantage on shots on goal. Check the stats on m2soccer.com. The score and assist, all right there on the website.
So any realistic chance Sockers have, they need a goal in the next 2 minutes here. Right close to that 5-minute mark to cut it down to a 3-goal lead. Patience, they still got plenty of time, 7 minutes to go. Shot from the outside, another shot. But Andrew Luray is going to get called for a foul. He was swinging on that rebound and kind of clipped the Chicago defender, didn't get any of the ball.
7:14 to go in the 4th period of the championship game.
Jesus Flores barking at his defenders. Tell them to keep their heads in the game. Don't let San Diego just take shots from the outside. He's feeling it. He wants that to keep that goose egg on the board.
Yeah, there's the whistle.
fouls in play, approaching the 7-minute mark. Chicago just dumps it down the field, but there's Sandoval.
Steals the ball.
That loses the ball. Luray going in hard, trying to win the ball. Chicago clears. Sandoval somehow came away with that.
A little John between the players there, but they keep playing on.
San Diego players right now are trying to go after Sandoval. They didn't like all that dancing on the ball earlier. They got to concentrate on the game, though, not that one-on-one battle.
No.
Here's Andrew Luray trying to make something out of nothing. What a save by Jesus Flores.
Preserving the shutout by the keeper.
Full stretch and tipped it wide. Another shot.
Got a deflection type of kick. Not gonna happen.
Here comes Chicago had a chance for a breakaway. No foul. 3-on-2. Sockers just can't connect. Calling a foul on Chicago down low here in the corners. 5:54 to go. Sockers pulled the 6th attacker. They're down 4-0. Again, they need a goal here in the next minute if they have any realistic chance of coming back in this one. Although I've seen weirder things in indoor soccer, that's for sure.
Yeah, anything's possible. This broadcast is powered by Sling Studio. Bring it to you live on YouTube at masl.tv.
Chad Haggerty with the ball, 6th attacker, over to Eli Galbraith in the corner, takes a shot.
Kick.
Can't get it. Open net to the left. Chicago just kind of clears. Soccer's making line changes, so does Chicago. They're late getting their other player on, so there's a little bit of an advantage numerically right now for San Diego. Andrew Luray trying, but gets blocked. There's Sandoval playing.
There we go.
Eric Rodriguez, one-on-one.
Beautiful play. I like his style right there. He just shuts up and works, you know what I mean?
He wound up like he was going to really hammer the shot, and he just let the ball kind of roll low underneath the keeper.
Clutch play.
Great goal. Chicago celebrating. They sense it.
Take a look at the Miter scoring replay right here. There you go. Get the last piece of it. You look back for somebody to pass it off to, but I said, no, well, I'll just tink it in myself. Once again, we're on YouTube, masl.tv. Check out the live scores on m2soccer.com. Special shout out to Mighty Kicks, doing great stuff in the community for the kids here in the Colorado Springs, well in the Front Range area in Colorado.
So 5:11 to go, a 5-0 game. Chicago well in control. I did not see this coming before the game, especially the way the Sockers came out flying the first 3-4 minutes. That if you were to tell me it'd be 5-0, that they wouldn't get one goal on the board, I'd be shocked. Little foul from Rafael Aguilar.
And you got other vendettas on there. This game's pretty much out of hand, unfortunately. Players, just keep your cool, stay classy.
And Jesus Flores, the veteran he is coming in, telling everyone to get out.
Back off.
And knock it off.
Blue card.
So the blue card isn't necessarily for the trip. The blue card is going to be for the San Diego player kicking the ball away after the whistle was blown. They got a warning for that earlier.
Okay.
So we just got a blue card for after they called the foul. He kicked the ball away in frustration.
The whistle.
Armando's telling his players don't go to goal, which I don't think they're listening to him. He was saying keep the ball and just knock the ball around with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
Play keep away and milk it.
It's exactly what he's saying right now. Play keep away. Just touch the ball, keep it on this side. Chicago players are still kind of looking to go forward here, though. Sandoval dancing on it, finds Camarena. Camarena goes low to the last goal scorer. Back to Camarena.
Wow.
And
It's a give and go. There's a feed, and there's it takes it home.
he finishes another one up high.
Very impressive. 4:20 to go. Here's your Miter scoring update replay. There we go. Dribbles it up. Kicks it back to the open guy.
Very, Armando didn't celebrate necessarily with his players there. He was coming out telling them to please calm down.
Yeah.
We don't need any more goals. There's 4 minutes left in the game. The game is 6-0 now. He wants them to calm down and knock the ball around and just bleed the clock out and not add salt to the wound, so to speak. Obviously, still play tough defense. Don't give up a goal. You want to play hard for your goalkeeper, Jesus Flores, that's in front, in front of him. But there's no need to go get any more goals. Let's get out of here with the M2 Cup Championship and win it with some class. Exactly what he said right there.
Go catch your flight, enjoy your flight home, right?
Let's see what Sandoval does. And he does follow direction. He knocks the ball back. San Diego gives him a little clip.
We haven't talked much about that shiny yellow ball provided by Miter, the official ball there. Got 30% less bounce, accurate kicks and passes. Been a beautiful game piece all weekend long here at the M2 Championship.
Yeah, and like I said, the players were raving about this ball. I know it's a little different than the white ball. Well, Armando's got his both hands in his head right now. I mean, I'm sure he's excited. Obviously, these are young players that want to go and win a championship. But Armando, and I know Armando really well, he's putting his hands in his head going, come on, guys.
It's a beautiful assist there by the goalie. Up and over, the header. There's another goal there.
Yeah. So it's 7-0 now, 3:48 to go. But back to that Miter ball. All the players this weekend were raving about it. Great job by Miter producing this ball.
Yes.
Obviously, we had a white ball playing for the entire regular season. This one's a little bit different. It's got a different little coating on it, yellow with the blue and green. But can't say enough about the ball. Want to make sure we give an extra shout out to Miter, and you guys will be seeing that in the MASL final a little bit later here, coming up on, I believe, in about 40 minutes or so, live from Monterey in English and Spanish. So make sure you tune in. MASL TV on a different link to watch that one. Championship Sunday, we're dubbing it here. You got the M2 final, and then it's going to be the big boys playing next. Let's see here if Chicago can hold down and shut out San Diego, or if San Diego can get at least something of comfort and get one thing on the board. Here's Chicago again, just going full speed, trying to score a goal. San Diego player
left sideline,
not happy with it, going in hard on him. Mustangs still applying the pressure.
3 minutes to go.
3 minutes to go. Luray with the ball in the corner. Chip back post. Evan Myers.
Too much.
A little miss hit goes over the net. Chicago fans that are here in attendance are letting them hear about it.
17-2 on the shots on goal there. Advantage Chicago, as well as the scoreboard.
Yep. 2:39 to go.
Thank you to Sling Studio for letting them use their hardware and their software, providing the stream live to you on YouTube and the MASL.TV. And frustration, San Diego, John, back and forth. It's not worth it for Chicago to be John. You got the bragging rights, you got the trump card, you're going home with the trophy.
Don't understand what's going on with these guys over here. San Diego players are coming over. They were not happy that Chicago calls a timeout.
We're going to take a quick break here. We're going to go to a timeout. Be back with momentarily at the conclusion of the championship here.
Soccer House is Colorado. Soccer House is Colorado's
Let them play. San Diego wants to make sure they ruin the shutout for Jesus Flores. And here is a little dangerous, but Jesus did clear the ball. Clears it again. It's going to be a battle there at midfield.
Blue card.
Both guys went up for the ball. Obviously, Rafa Aguilar on the ground for San Diego got the worst of it. Referee said there was a little bit of an elbow. Centero there is going over, saying there was no intent. Rafa said okay. Soccer's on the power play, and that will end this game too because there's 2:09 left on the clock.
A 2-minute penalty there.
And a 2-minute penalty. So now the shutout is at stake. San Diego players grab the 6th attacker jersey. They want to go 6th attacker. We'll see what happens. Looks like they're just going to go normal 5v4, so they're on the man advantage. Ramon Torres, I'm sorry, for San Diego goalkeepers all the way up here near midfield.
Uh-oh.
Chad Haggerty gets a blue card, came in late on Camarena.
It's going to kill the power play.
And kills the power play the other way now, so we'll be 4-on-4 for the remainder of the game.
All the way home. Again, special thanks to Sling Studio for letting us use our hardware and software, allowing us to stream live on YouTube to masl.tv. Great product, been doing great, seamless broadcasts the last 2 days here of the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. We want to give a huge shout out to these guys here. Bringing
Production
the games.
crew, absolutely. Cameraman Shane and our Logan, the producer, switching the cameras for us.
Yeah, all weekend. So yesterday it was on our Facebook page. If you want to go back and watch any of those games,
yes,
go to M2 Arena Soccer, and that's on all our social media outlets. But great job bringing all the games here from Colorado Springs. Beautiful soccer house facility here.
Yes, it is.
And then, you know, piecing it together and thanking the MASL for allowing us to be on their platform for this weekend, or for this day today. And then make sure, stay tuned, watch the big finale today. Monterey versus Baltimore coming up in about half an hour.
Well, right after the game.
Should be a really good one. Oh, yes, today
we're
after
headed
the
down
game.
to down to the field to give the award ceremony and the trophy ceremony.
Great point. We're going to stay here. Here's another blue card. Very unnecessary by the players. Don't know why.
No,
there's a foul there.
Trying to keep this game in control. Just let it go. Real quick, I'd like to plug myself. Catch me, I'm Alex Vogel, been broadcasting with my buddy Bernie here. Catch me on Twitter, AlexUVogel9. I'm also on Instagram, AlexUVogel, and Facebook, AlexUVogel. All things sports, voiceovers, I can do it for you, Bernie.
It was a pleasure, man. You know, I know this is the first time calling indoor soccer. You did these 5 games with us.
Mm-hmm.
I think you learned a lot.
I did. I appreciate it.
We turned you into a
great
fan.
teacher.
I hope
might have a future job here.
I hope we turned you into an arena soccer fan for sure. It's a great product. You know, we just want to keep continuing to grow the sport, and that's what the M2 was all about. You know, give these players a chance to play developmentally, get some games
get to the next level,
and try and get to that next level, and you know, really expose some new markets to arena soccer as well,
and new people as well.
And a lot of new people. Yeah, there was a lot of people watching this weekend on social media. A lot of fans here in Colorado getting to watch, you know, this team play, and then they become fans of the MASL as well, and they're all going to tune in tonight and watch the final. So, but to your point, after this game, we are bringing a camera down on the field. I'll do some interviews with some players and coaches, and we'll capture Kevin Milliken, our M2 commissioner, handing out some medals and the M2 Cup and the runner-up cup. So a minute 25 to go. It looks like San Diego is saying just sit on it and forget about it. Let's make sure that there's no more injuries, no more blue cards, kind of kill you know, let cooler heads prevail, so to speak.
It's kind of fortunate it wasn't a more competitive game, but Chicago was a better team. Was this true that they came from the M1 division and dropped down to the M2?
Yes, they did. So they've been in the MASL for a number of years. They regrouped as an organization coming down to the M2 level, and hopefully we'll see them back in the MASL next season. You know, good team, good ownership group, great players.
We got 4 new organizations coming into the M2.
That's what Josh Schwab, our commissioner, said, or no, the MASL. He mentioned there was a lot of talk of expansion, and we're going to play some more games. So all that will come out in the few weeks ahead. But again, congratulations to Chicago Mustangs. We're going to head down to the field. Let's get some player interviews and give some trophies away. Congrats to both teams. Both teams deserve to be here in the final. I know it's not the result San Diego won it.
Oh, that's not after that last night's game, that overtime victory over their Inferno.
Yep, but congratulations to the Chicago Mustangs, M2 inaugural Cup champions. Thank you so much for the fans, everyone tuning in and watching. Appreciate it. We're going to go down to the field and let's get some interviews and hand out some hardware.
Bernie, I'll meet you down there. We
All
got
right.
4 more seconds to go on the official clock there. Once again, I want to thank MITRE, the official soccer ball of the M2 Developmental League, as well as Sling Studio, the great product, the hardware and software, seamlessly bringing you the broadcast through YouTube and masl.tv, as well as the Soccer House for the Confines, the Mighty Kicks doing great stuff for kids in the community, and the Colorado Inferno letting us use their home field for the championship. I'm Alex Vogel signing off. Catch me on Twitter, AlexUVogel9. We'll stay tuned for the trophy ceremony.
because we're live right now.
Okay.
Boa, Armando, congratulations, my man. I've known you a long time. What did you tell the guys before the game coming out to have that 7-0 result? Because I tell you what, none of us expected it to be a 7-0 win. We thought it'd be a little bit of a close game. What did you talk to your team about?
Oh, we talked to the team about not making any changes, maintaining composure, and playing the game. Our goal from day one was to come here and take a championship home, and the guys followed direction, and I think that was the most important thing today, and that's where we were able to find success.
Okay, a lot of fans were asking that you were in the MASL before and you came down to the M2 level. What are the chances that you're going to have and to go back up to the MASL level next year or in the future?
It was definitely a rebuilding year, and we're looking forward to be back in the MASL 1 next year. We have a lot of homework to do, a lot of catching up, and we're looking forward to move our team back up to the MASL 1, but we're definitely keeping a team in MASL 2.
Okay, great. And then what about M2? Because a lot of people are saying, or what are your thoughts on M2? What do you think it means for the arena soccer game, and more importantly, the MASL level having this M2 league?
I think, Kevin Milliken has done a wonderful job when it pertains to indoor soccer. You've been around for some time, San Diego. You guys have all done an amazing job. M2 was the best thing that could have happened to the league. In my opinion, we should be freezing M1 franchises and have relegation. I think that's what soccer needs.
Sounds good. Wait, congratulations again. Known you a long time. Your team's waiting for you for a championship picture.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Good.
Right,
Can we get Jesus Flores over here as well? Have him run over really quick. So we're going to try and get the goalkeeper of the year, Jesus Flores, over here for a quick interview. But they're taking some championship pictures right now. Let's head on over there. Jesus, come on over.
Thank you, Gio.
Stop, Papa. You want to translate, Armando? Or someone translate? Where'd Armando go? Armando. Who's going to translate for Jesus? Armando, translate. Come here. Here, we'll get the head coach in here to translate for Jesus. I'll get both these guys here. Jesus, goalkeeper of the year in the league. All the teams and coaches voted for you. Congratulations, first of all.
Gracias por el reconocimiento, pero es un trabajo en equipo, no se puede hacer si no estuvieran ellos detrás de mí, ayudándome en cada jugada, a sacar cada pelota como hoy, dando el alma en cada acción.
Just thanks for the recognition. I couldn't have done it with the team. It's a team effort thing, and they all did it together.
Your defense in front of you played incredible tonight. You got a shutout in the first ever final. What do you credit that to? I saw you communicating a lot with your players.
¿A qué acreditas lo del cero?
Definitivamente es el trabajo en equipo, la comunicación que tenemos, el trabajar juntos y el tratar de partirnos el alma en cada jugada, en sacarlo. La misión era clara, era ganarlo, sacar el campeonato y bueno, como consecuencia llevarnos el cero.
The mission was clear. The guys maintained composure and they followed direction and they gave it everything they had.
Great. And then we got that M2 soccer ball here. You're a goalkeeper, so I wanted to talk about this. This is the new miter ball that we've been all waiting for all year. What did you think about it as a goalkeeper?
¿Qué pensaste del balón para este deporte?
Es un buen balón, me ha gustado.
Amazing ball. I loved it.
Especially when he doesn't give up any goals, right? You definitely love it. Hey, Jesus, congratulations again. Congratulations to Chicago Mustangs on winning the championship.
Thanks,
guys. All right. Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to sign off from here, I believe. Make sure you stay tuned. Go to a new link on MASL TV. It's going to be Baltimore Blast taking on the Monterey Flash. Thank you so much for all the support. Kevin, do you want to come on in really quick? No, Kevin says no, he doesn't want. He's got a face for radio, he said. So thank you to all the fans. What a great, league that was this year. What a great M2 Cup Finals. We'll be back stronger and better next year with some more teams, and obviously the MASL as well. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the support. Let's watch that MASL final tonight. It's going to be a good one on MASL TV. Bernie Lillevoix signing off, guys.